earned your privilege to be here. You're at Sac State, you earned your privilege to be here. I need you to understand where you came from though. Royal right, sitting on your throne from day one. Regardless of what happens, regardless of what has happened, don't allow your history to dictate your future. Stand in your royal greatness. Take responsibility. Be who it is that you're supposed to be. Design that. Make it yours. You were born that way.
Everybody deserves to be great. So I set out to meet some of my heroes and of course, some of my sheroes. Also, I can teach what I've been taught. They say that's the best way to learn. I'm doing a lot and sometimes I forget. And these are my lost tapes. And this is the X-Files. Welcome to my world.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be in this space. Dr. Watson, Brother Blake, I appreciate you so much. Faculty and staff, it's an honor for me to be in this space. I'm a Sacramento native. I'm not a hornet by walking across the stage, but I'm a hornet in real life. This is my backyard, and I take full responsibility for those that come behind me, those that are walking beside me, and those that walk before me. So it's an honor for us to be in this space with you guys, and we appreciate you guys so much. Before we get started, I would like to say peace. So I'm gonna say peace kings, I'm gonna say peace queens. Ladies, when we say peace queen, I need you guys to say peace king. When I say peace king, I need you guys to say peace king. You guys got it? Yes. All right, let's start. Peace queens.
Peace king.
That was for the queens. Peace queens. Peace kings.
Peace king.
Peace king.
Peace king.
Congratulations to those who are a part of the IYTU. It's huge, very huge. You guys have no idea what you're a part of. Brother Lynch, I don't know if you guys know this man, but he's an honorable guy. Came from the same situations I came from. Grew up in the same neighborhood my brother grew up in. And we made it through a lot of trials and tribulations. So for those of you who are part of IYT, stick by him. He's doing things that the city has never seen before. And I encourage you guys to get to know him as a man. I encourage you guys to get to know him as a friend. I encourage you guys to get to know him as a brother, okay? So he can take you a long way. Seen him do some phenomenal things where a lot of the times we're in the same places at the same time. So we have parallel programs like right next door to each other. It's chaos after school. May I have permission from an elder to speak, please? Thank you. Dr. Watson asked me to come and share some wisdom with you guys. Should take a look at this picture. My brother Kuhn says that we were created warriors, and we were created as kings, and we are all of these things. Look at the picture on the left. That's a baby. He's sitting in his birthright. When you were born, you were sitting in your birthright. As a man, we have the ability to create. We are half of a creation. Ladies, we appreciate you because you're the other half. But men, you shoot out millions of opportunities to create. Let's just be all the way transparent. Understand what you were. You made it. You fought to break through. You came from a birthing, which was all traumatic and trauma-filled, hurtful for both parties. Born, royal right. You earned your privilege to be here. You're at Sac State, you earned your privilege to be here. I need you to understand where you came from though. Royal right, sitting on your throne from day one. Regardless of what happens, regardless of what has happened, don't allow your history to dictate your future. Stand in your royal greatness. Take responsibility. Be who it is that you're supposed to be. Design that. Make it yours. You were born that way. You guys understand what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you who you are. You were born great. You were born phenomenal. You were born amazing. Look at the picture on the left, my left. That's the baby as an elder. One day, if you're blessed enough to continue to live and earn your gray hairs, those of you who have gray hairs, round of applause. I hope that I get silver one day. I want to earn mine, because that means you've been through some things and you're still standing. And I charge you, elders. An elder does not always mean age. Sometimes it's wisdom. Sometimes it's experience. But I charge you. I charge you to look back. I charge you to give a handout. I charge you to take responsibility of the baby. Think about it. If you have an empire and you're the king on the left and the prince is supposed to take over, shouldn't you teach him? Shouldn't you teach them? Shouldn't they understand how to run the empire? Shouldn't they know how to take the classes at Sac State? Shouldn't they know where to go study? Shouldn't they have a study group? Shouldn't they find people that look like them that have their same experiences? Shouldn't you be a professor that opens up their hours for conversations behind closed doors, not about school? Relationship is everything. So I'm challenging you. 1, remember who you are. 2, once you get there, remember who they are, because you were them at one particular point in time. You guys following me? May I keep moving? Gotta take responsibility. I got a 4-year-old son. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, man, you can't even put, he can sing all of his ABCs, he can count to almost 100, he knows every color, but he can't put his shoes on. I promise. Noah, put your jacket on. No lie, this is what he does. He only has one arm in, right? He's trying to get the, but he can't figure it out. So I have a responsibility to teach my son. This is not my blood brother. This is not my blood brother. This is not my blood brother. But I have a responsibility to bring them with me. We have a mission. You were born for a reason. Again, 1 out of 100 million. You made it. What's your mission? What's your responsibility? I'm charging you. I'm charging you. You guys got to take responsibility not only for the babies on this campus, but the babies that are trying to get here. The world is eating us up, left and right. We got to take a responsibility for our actions. We got to take a responsibility for the time that we're investing. You guys following me? Take your responsibility serious. This is one of the most important words in the world to me. And just real quick, my great-grandfather was an orphan. I'm sorry, I apologize. My grandfather was an orphan, so he doesn't know his father. My father and his father, my grandfather, had a horrible relationship, so they disconnected. So what did that mean for me? Just raise your hands. Just raise your hand and tell me if you think my dad was there. If you guys would have bet, you would have won. And I'm not saying that to bring tears or bring frustration. I mean, we know that's a part of the narrative, right? It's a part of the story. Raise your hand if that's your story. It's a struggle. But I take responsibility for my legacy. My son will not know what it's like not to have a father. My son will not have an experience where he doesn't know what to do. I have adopted sons. All the babies that we work with all throughout Sacramento County and the Bay Area, those are my babies. They have a responsibility to see what a legacy looks like. So my question to you guys is, as you're here, stingers up, professors, adjuncts, doctors, students, faculty, staff, friends, family, kings, queens. I'm gonna just leave you with this. What legacy are you leaving at Sac State? What legacy are you leaving when you get on the freeway? Take a second and think about that. We spend too much time in our lives running to capture something that we feel is a goal, but we never plant seeds in our legacy. Challenge you. Look at your legacy. One day, if you're not a father, you will be, if you choose to be. And if you choose to be, what are your kids gonna say about you when you transition? Professors, what are your students gonna say when they graduate out of your class? Staff, what's your staff gonna say? What are the students gonna say? You guys have a responsibility, and I'm telling you right now, it's so much bigger than you. Your legacy doesn't stop at Sac State. When people graduate here, they go on to do other things in life. When you graduate, you're gonna go on and do other things in life. You have a responsibility to make sure that the legacy of Sac State follows you, students. This morning, as I was getting dressed, I looked in my medicine cabinet and my deodorant said advanced care. Not that I'm extra musty or smelly or sweaty or anything. It's just the one that I like. But for some reason, the universe brought that to my attention. And I need you guys to understand that you're in an urgent situation right now. Your futures are on the line. And sometimes life is gonna get hard. Things are gonna get rocky. For some reason, as me and my brother always say, life decides when it wants to punch you in the mouth or not. And it will, and it's coming. It's gonna challenge you. Every step that you take is all about you being able to take that punch. It's gonna come. It may come in the form of your computer shutting down when it's final season. It may come in the form of your tire blowing when you got that public speaking presentation. Girlfriend may be acting up the night before. Dog might run away. Stomach might hurt. Who knows? It's gonna come. It's gonna come in different forms. What I wanted to leave you with is advanced care. It's something that we do often, even in IYT when we come speak. It's called affirmations. You have to affirm who it is that you are, what it is that you want to be. Your history does not dictate your future. Your present circumstance does not dictate your future. You are the painter of the canvas. You get to do every single stroke, every color, however you want it to be. It's your decision, it's your responsibility, but that's something you have to affirm first. You guys understand what I'm saying? Just real quick. 17 years old, high school girlfriend, calls me in the morning and says, I had a dream. I said, a dream about what? Never told you this before. I never told you this neither. And I was like, you had a dream about what? And she was like, I saw you standing in front of thousands of people speaking. And I'm like, man, get out of here. From the hood. I don't speak. Matter of fact, I'm the kid whose family said you be seen, not heard. You're a child, you have no opinion. Wow, I guess the dream was right. Just not 1,000 people, it's just you beautiful individuals out here. But it has been thousands of people. So I'm telling you, from my experience, kid who dropped out of 4th grade, who dropped out of everything in life, standing in front of you as a founder, a serial entrepreneur. I own multiple businesses with multiple business partners. Join forces with multiple businesses. You can do it, but you have to affirm what it is that you want in your life. So, our closing extravaganza, you guys mind standing up real quick? Advanced care. Remember this. When times get tough, I need you to always affirm who it is that you are. There's a magical thing called I ams. Whatever you attach I am to tends to come to life. So if you say I'm broke, you get brokenness. But you don't get brokenness in the facet that you're talking about. You were talking about your wallet. You weren't talking about your relationships. You weren't talking about your cars. Right? You were talking about your wallet. So be careful what it is that you speak. So I want to give you guys an opportunity to really stand in your greatness and affirm who it is that you are, what it is that you want to be. So I need you guys to make sure that we wake up the whole campus. I need you to speak with authority. I need you to say it in your lion king and your lion queen, as my brother says. Speak from your diaphragm. Say it like you mean it. Whatever we're getting ready to say, I need you to say it as if it's going to come tomorrow morning when you wake up, like Christmas Eve. You guys with me? I am royal.
I am royal.
No, y'all can say it way better than that. I am royal.
I am royal.
I am love.
I am love.
I am a genius.
I am a genius.
I am phenomenal.
I am phenomenal.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
I am love.
I am love.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am forgiveness.
I am forgiveness.
I am beautiful.
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 You are beautiful. That's my time. Thank you.